This is the Arcade Radio Network. We're now going live from a remote location.
You're listening to Arcade.radio with the right audio level. We do not broadcast too loud or too silent. No, we do not. We are broadcasting live, however, from Revision 2026, and it's time to load up some new tracks coming into this station. But first, because we're waiting for Coreus to come back from his shopping spree here on MediaMarkt, we are starting this hour up with SLL from Cafrans, and it's called Techno 1, 2 and 3, and it's a very famous track from an old 90s demo. Amiga at its best, you know, Amiga! The bad news is I'm old enough not to have any hair on my head anymore. But back in the day I actually did for a short while in my life sport a Eurotechno dough. And I should totally have that today, but it's too late. That's as much Eurotechno as you can get. That was SLL of Cafrans. We are continuing on with some more music, but first I want to give you a little bit of a overview of Revision right now. Everybody is settling in. We just had the tracker competition. It was something around 15 entries, and wow, good stuff from Saga Music's Joss and the other people, Man V, you know, the good people making good music. So that's how it is. Yeah, I will talk a little bit more about the streaming compo that's coming up, but you of course can listen at arcade.radio, and there is some music here in the background. I don't know if they're starting something up or not. I will come back to you later on that. Going on with Slays and Rex Lacerta, and that's actually Lizard King. It's a tribute to Lizard King, as Lex Lacerta is a sort of, a lizard. Yeah. Alright, I know, it's sounding like I'm sitting in front of a loudspeaker here, but yeah, well, that's Eurovision being too loud. The Discord forum is brimming with comments like, can you please decrease the volume? But, well, nobody seems to be listening anyway, so you have to excuse the ear-splitting noise going on here in the background. Also, yeah, well, my voice isn't super good either, but at least it doesn't give you tinnitus. remixes. We're waiting for Coreus and stuff going on here, and I will report back when it happens. Going on with Mara Project and a Nerdy Girl. Alright, people are complaining about the audio level on the stream, on the Discord forum. Here are a number of really fun comments coming here on this radio station. First we have a guy calling himself NR4 saying, well, not having a limiter for that sounds really YOLO. And it says something like, you need a limiter, and somebody responds, yo-ho, you only hear once. Yeah, the comments are really fun here. No limits, we'll reach for the sky, or I don't know, the earplugs perhaps. Kiss your hearing goodbye, and sounds a little bit difficult, but I'll try, says Donut. Yeah, you should definitely go to the Discord forum and listen for yourself what they have to say, or read for yourself. Coreus is back now, so we'll soon talk a little bit on the radio, but we are going on with the music, and next up is nothing more, nothing less than Chris Julesbeck and Cat Shop Girls. I think that's his take on the whole discussion that's about Pet Shop Boys or something, I don't know. Arcade.radio, keep listening.
Arcade.radio. From a demo party, live with your hosts, DJ Daemon and Coreus.
And back from MediaMarkt, Coreus, welcome.
We made it. We're alive.
Yeah, you survived the zombie apocalypse that is your typical marketplace.
Day 2 from revision here at Saarbrücken, Germany. Revision 2026 has already kicked off a couple of events already. One of them was the tracked music compo, which you were looking forward to.
Absolutely, and I listened to most of it. And actually, this year's contenders, really good stuff. So I'm really looking forward to add them to the station. You have to wait a few days because they come out to the station. That is, they come out to this scene set, this scene.net site.
You like to add this, do a top best of song from the competition in the track music compo, right?
Absolutely, that's kind of a nice thing to have on the station, just to give that 2026 feeling. Also, there will be a flashback tracks from the past hour podcast, an episode with a top list, of course.
So, you want to hear something fun?
Yeah?
I went to, you probably mentioned it, but I went to a hardware store and I heard over the, I don't know if it was a TV or a radio announcement, but I heard a voice from our channel.
What?
Yes, the Joe Woodward or something. What's his name?
John Woodward.
Yeah,
yes.
He sounded exactly the same. So I was like, wow, hey, that's the Arcade announcer guy.
But it wasn't us. They weren't listening to us.
No, I thought it was Arcade first, but he's a voice actor, right?
Yes, very famous one.
So he does a lot of different work, and here he did for some German thing.
Speaking in German?
No, it was English actually.
Okay, yeah.
So. Wait, is Arcade on the hardware store?
That would be awesome. Really, that would be a homage to our
it was
quality work.
So, but we are, as I was about to say, we are going on with, but I'm not doing that yet.
No.
I'm wondering, we had a playlist of a lot of songs yesterday, and you told me that we have scoured through all of them yet. Already?
Yeah, we've gone through the whole list, but I have a new one loaded up. Brand new. Okay, to be honest, you were the one creating it, but I have loaded it up and it's ready to run. Everything that's green on the screen is the new one.
Green on the screen?
Green on the screen, no.
The next one is so long that I can't see how what the name of the song is, but if you...
Yeah, the next one is Sicey.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, I thought it was the green one you said.
Yeah, but there's a new list. We've got one more on the old one.
Ah, okay. So it's one on the old old playlist. All right. This is Sicey with Morse, and welcome to day 2 from Revision 2026.
talented, I see. Yes, the two guys actually. It's Silo and Serror, Belgian, as I said yesterday.
I think we played them yesterday as well.
Yeah, but not this particular.
Not this song.
No. But we have like the 3 of the best albums they ever did.
They have just the plastic pop is what they're calling themselves on their artist page.
Okay, yeah. It's fitting. I mean, it's pretty plastic, like your typical Amiga.
It's very upbeat, and I like it very much. So today is one of the main days at Revision here in Saarbrücken, and I'll fire up the timetable to what's happening, what has already happened and what is going to happen.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you got?
So at 12 today there was an event. Well, around 11:12 there were 2 events actually behind the scenes of the competition team. Yesterday I was up in the VIP area and actually got a look at how they have the setup there.
Okay.
And they are very busy. It's very hectic, and there's a lot of screens monitored. It looks like, when you have like a large, I don't know, like a TV broadcast studio, and you have like a mission control with a lot of screens and stuff. So that was the Beam team. They have many monitors with various feeds going out, and then you had the music and track compo team. You had the main organizers, which are actually on the balcony from where we can see them roughly from where we are now. There are 4 of them.
Yeah.
The main organizer is Bod. He should not be contacted unless it's really burning. So do
an
not.
Emergency.
Yes. And then you have the Beam team, as I said, and then the infodesk people. They are of course mostly on the infodesk, but they roam about, and there's a lot of others that I forget. And just the vibe in there was let's say, chaos is a mild word.
Standard for a demo scene event, isn't it?
But it was still calm chaos.
Calm chaos.
Yeah.
And that is not some kind of oxymoron?
No, I mean it was not like people were running and shouting, but you got the feeling that everybody had a lot to do, and a lot of just data streams on screens.
Okay,
so, and a lot of like people, like myself included, were having troubles with their contributions to various competitions. We talked to Truck yesterday, and he helped out a lot of people in the ANSI competition, which is running today, I think. I'll have to check, actually.
Yeah, 1800 hours. That's 6 p.m. here, Central European time. That's when the ANSI, ASCII, PETSCI, what have you, or what have ye. Heavy.
Yeah.
Something PETSCI heavy, yeah.
So a lot, if you have an issue with your entry or need help, then the info desk is your first stop. And then they will put you in contact with whoever you need to contact.
Seems good to me.
So yeah, we had a couple of interviews yesterday. Hopefully we'll get some today as well. We'll be live until around 5. But yesterday we were live a bit longer.
Yeah, 7 o'clock actually, when they started the real event. So yeah, we got a lot of interesting interviews. A lot too, but it's a lot.
Yes. There is a lot of seminars today as well. We'll get back to them. But before you get tired of us talking, we need... Actually, we'll fire up 2 songs here. Is that fine by you, DJ Daemon?
Yep, that's right.
Okay, we'll have Kicked by Chuck Norris and then Visions of the Past.
Seems good. Let's do it. nice little duo of songs here on Arcade.radio, broadcasting live from Revision 2026.
And behind us, it sounds like the algorithm rave is in full swing. The German Deutsche Rave Party is sehr
gut, ja.
Sehr schnell. Let's see. The time here, Central European time, is 3:30. 3:30? 3:30?
2:30 to be honest.
2:30.
Yes.
And looking at the schedule here, there is the Algo Rave Jam is going on. And then at the 3 we will have another seminar for the Digital Omnibus and Business Forum event. And at 4 there's behind the scenes with the Beam team, and that will definitely be very interesting for people who like video production, myself included. And at 5, you know what happens at 5?
We go off the air and the whole cool stuff's happening, right?
Well, yes and yes. At 5, the Shader Showdown finals will happen. There were three semifinals yesterday. Yeah, I think it was, where each of the winners there will meet each other head to head in the Shader finals today, and there were some pretty badass entries and skills on display there.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we know this. It's kind of the best of the best from the demo scene are here.
And a lot of them are French for some reason. That's apparently they have it in their curriculum. So it's French, English, and shader programming.
Yeah. That seems very, very legit. Has to be that way.
But that happens at 5, and there were just some one guy who made a fractal galaxy. He had invented the algorithm himself, he said. That is pretty cool. You can look it up on YouTube or Twitch. Twitch is twitch.tv/revision party, and of course all the details can also be found on revision-party.net. If you want to look into more details. On screen there is the Edison 2026 ad. It just passed now, but that's in Sweden this July, where we'll also be.
Yes, on the Borgilla, MS Borgilla.
Which is
a boat.
A ship. And what's the theme on Edison this year?
That would be something like cowboy boys and whatever. It's kind of Wild West, and hold your horses and release your prods. That's the slogan.
That's the tagline, yeah.
The slogan.
So that happens middle of July-ish. So that will be. We're very looking forward to that. That will be cool. Of course, there are other demo parties as well happening around the world soon. Looking at Demo Zoo here. Actually, right now there's another one going on in Norway. You probably have heard about it. It's The Gathering.
The big one. I mean, Revision is the huge, the big, the enormous, the gigantic, the galactic size. But I would say that The Gathering is kind of second place, right? The
Gathering has been around, one of the longest running. It's been around since 1992. So it's 34 something years going strong, and like almost been going on every year except 2024. So yeah, if you're not able to attend Revision in person, then perhaps you could attend The Gathering if you're in Scandinavia. Revision, of course, has been going on since 2011. And let's see here. There are actually, looking at the Demo Zoo page for Revision 2026, there's already the track music that has been that was shown at 12 today. They are already up on the site.
Ooh, We gotta download them and play them later.
Yes, I think that they've just been added to the system, but not added to the FTP servers and all that.
Okay, that would be too easy, right?
And also, they're not available until the competitions have run. But at least the information is there.
Yes, it does, of course. Yeah, that would be dumb if we kind of leaked them.
And then let's see, there's. Let me fire up these other ones, which are so. The gathering is from the 1st to 5th of April, and then Lahti Copy Party in Finland. That's also happening these days. So if you're close to Finland, then check out Lahti Copy Party.
I think it's more like Latti. I don't think the is there.
Latti?
Lathy.
Okay.
Right? Isn't it?
Later in April, there's Class 2026, which happens in Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles County, California. And there's one in Russia, Multimatograph. And then there's in Poland, at the end of April, there's Specky Party. 2026.
It's a wild guess, but could it have something to do with spectrums?
Most likely. And the another big one, the Sweden's oldest Birdie, that happens in May.
Birdie, yeah.
So that's but that's next month. But now we're busy covering Revision, of course. And while I chew on this biscuit, we will enjoy some. Let's see. Oh, this is a really great one. Is it Mick Rippon with Alone?
Yes, you have finally learned to look at the screen.
Listen to just the bass and the segues this song moves through as it progresses. It's for a reason. People at Mod Archive praises it very much. Enjoy.
Absolutely. Here it comes.
Radio. From a demo party, live with your hosts, DJ Daemon and Coreus.
Mick Rippon there. He's alone and quoting Violet from who commentated on this song back in 2016. Oh my God, I found you. Now we can cry together. It's a devastatingly gorgeous track.
Well, that's something, really. I think that's a Violet Raccoon, right? Or Raccoon Violet. Not entirely sure there.
I don't know. But yeah, the consensus and the users echo that statement. It's an achingly beautiful song. And yeah, DJ Daemon, we were looking at yesterday. We broadcast for a long time, and it was very late until we got back to the hotel.
Yeah, I know. It's kind of like tired, and we had a lot of fun. Not just broadcasting, but listening to all the good DJing and stuff going on, like Wayland and company. It really made it rock.
Did you try the pinball machines yesterday?
I have not done that because I'm not good with those. But you tried, and it seemed like, as you said previously, that Pamela Anderson did really agree with your pinball skills.
The pinball machines are great, and they're free as well. So you just push the button and it's off you go. So I challenge you to go and try them soon. Do you recall I said I gonna throw you some curveballs?
Yeah, absolutely.
So yesterday we thought we had enough songs on the playlist. Apparently we didn't, and it's kind of funny because you this year you said I'm gonna properly prepare.
And but we burned through them like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, you wouldn't believe, exactly, and. Even with more preparations than you've ever done before.
Okay, I can take your hint.
We are still, we still need to fix up for some planning of how we set up the show. But yesterday was a lot of back and forth as well. I was navigating the mazes of organization here at Revision to get a hold of the right people I needed to talk to for stuff, and yeah, that kind of screwed up a bit of the programming and the songs, and also some of the songs that I've handpicked and want to hear. As like a encore of some of the tracks, I think we definitely must hear again. I have the first one here, and it's Gerantel with Mountain Breeze. It's
just a second.
It's a simply fantastic tune. The sound picture, the crisp beats, melody, and bendy tune all blend into a fantastic cohesion. The Mountain Breeze is what we need now when things get heated up. We need to cool down a bit. So Gerantel, please give us some Mountain Breeze.
that's how Gerantell ends the song Mountain Breeze.
Gives us a cool breeze. Actually, it was not laid down, cool, laid back as I thought it would be. I forget, but still a really great tune that we got to hear again from yesterday's playlist. Looking at the timetable for Saturday, are anything that you're looking forward to today?
Let me see. I also always had some kind of favoritism for ANSI Petsky stuff, especially Petsky. I think that's cool.
For new listeners, can you explain what the hell that is?
Yeah, well, ANSI is pretty much teletext graphics if you want to. It's blocky, it's cool, but it's not high resolution, so you can like have different...
How do you make it? You don't use Photoshop and then you use characters, the letters to create a picture?
Yeah, exactly. You need some sort of ANSI editor because ANSI codes are like text codes that tell an ANSI compliant viewer, device that it should show like this is a background that's yellow and so it's kind of language onto itself. But if you have an editor you can draw with blocky graphics, it's looking really nice. And if you're super talented you can draw real pictures that way. And well, ASCII is just text. Basically it's the A to C 0 to 9 text and
things that you can enter in your notepad and create a picture. If you recall the old readme and file diz files from the way back when, I guess they still are a thing. But if you you can create a figure and it's easier to see what it is if you step back a couple of meters from your screen, right?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the old school ASCII or Amiga ASCII, there were basically outlines that you could see big, blocky, non-filled like characters on the screen, really cool. Whereas the PC ASCII was more like it was filled with dots and exclamation marks and stuff. And
extra characters that you didn't have on the Amiga?
You did, but on the Amiga time you had like 1200 baud modems, so downloading those when you had them filled with characters was very slow because often those were used in BBSs like the Logon screens and stuff.
So now we have the ANSI out of the way, and then ASCII, which you can create with just your notepad, regular notepad, for instance.
Well, regular notepad can actually have full Unicode support, so you can have Chinese characters in there.
But that's not ASCII.
That's not ASCII. Oh. So say old ASCII is like, as I said, A to C, 0 to 9, and a number of like brackets special dashes characters and exclamation marks and a lot of, I mean, 8-bit ASCII can have like a lot of Spanish and Polish and Czech characters as well, but not that much more.
Flavor variations.
Exactly.
Also, side note, could you turn up my headphone volume just a bit so I can hear a bit better? Because the Algo Acid Rave is playing.
It's crazy. What are we doing here?
At full speed behind us. And the last one is Petsky. Tell us what that is.
Petsky is, I don't think that was its name, but this was the character set of the Commodore PET back in 1979. Oh, thank you for turning that down. My eardrums are sore. No, what I mean is Petsky is like, think of it like the PET character set with a lot of characters that ASCII and ANSI simply don't have. So you can draw really cool, like, stuff. It's almost like some kind of very early emoji thing, and those existed on the C64, the 128 and others, so it's something with a very, very long pedigree, so to speak.
But I'm looking at the wiki page here. It's a PET Standard Code of Information Interchange, known as CBM ASCII.
Yes.
And looking at just the examples, to me it looks just like a it looks like just a regular Commodore font, and then you have some like squares, extra squares and lines and stuff. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but you can draw so much with it.
Yes.
But yes, you're looking, I can see here on your screen, that's exactly what that is. But generally you don't have that in ASCII, those fat lines and those like different graphical shapes and forms.
Okay, so you expand the artistry with the regular alphabet, some special characters, and then some squares and lines and checkmark things. right?
Yes, that is correct. And this is kind of like what makes it so cool, because you can do so much more with Petski than you can do with standard ANSI or ASCII.
Okay. Then we know. Okay, so and these are specific to the Commodore, it seems like. Yeah.
Yes, it is Commodore specific.
Not so you cannot use Petski on the Amiga.
No, it doesn't support it, but of course it can use custom fonts. So I guess there is some sort of Petski fonts for the Amiga if you want to download it from somewhere.
Okay. So yes, that is happening today, and one of my favorite compos is 4K graphics, executable graphics. That will be very nice to see. Of course, I was mentioned yesterday about the elevated, which I showed you on YouTube. It's the snowy landscape mountain demo.
Yeah, it's awesome because you don't really think that you can do so much with so little.
Yeah. And actually it was Susubi yesterday who had a nice talk during the Meteorics that in these days and times when hardware is so limited, we'll make it run on whatever's left.
Does it run Doom? Do you remember that joke?
Oh yes, can it run Crysis, a more modern one?
Yeah.
And do you know? What was the last one Doom was run on? We need to check that. Can it run Doom? Can it run
TI-84?
I know it. Let's see. I know it was run on a pregnancy test, which is. Let's see.
Is it a boy or is it a girl? It's a monster.
It's a Doom. Doom run inside Excel, of course. VS Code, Airbuds have been running it, and it was actually they used brain cells to play Doom. There was a science project. Let me find it. See if I can.
What a mind freak that is!
Else run Doom. Let's see. Human brain cells on a chip learn to play Doom in a week. Neuron-powered computer chips can now be easily programmed to play a first-person shooter game, bringing the biological computers a step closer to useful applications, like playing Doom.
Useful applications. I like the wording of that.
So it was actually in... there was a Cortical Labs in Australia back in 21. They used neuron-powered chips to play Pong. And it consists of more than 800,000 living brain cells. That's insane. And now they have developed an interface to program these chips more easily, and they used it to play Doom. And they played Doom better than a randomly firing player, but far below the performance of the best human players.
Well, most people won't really live up to that, right? I mean, there's always someone who spends like 24 hours a day honing their skill to become that super cool dude who can like make the game, like clear the game at highest level.
It's wild. And speaking of running things, there's a new movement or a new competition section where what's called the no CPU. Have you heard about that?
No, it seems a little bit pointless to run anything without a CPU.
There's an Amiga competition called No CPU Amiga Challenge, and it actually does not use the CPU at all. It runs, let's see, it runs on let's see how it works. The Amiga custom chip.
Yeah, the Blitter, the Copper, the whatever.
Alice, Lisa, and Paula in the AGA versions of the chipset.
Yes, Paula is the chip for the audio, and Denise and I think Lisa later, that's the graphics chip.
Okay, yeah. So the challenge aims to discover how powerful these chips really are by exploring what they can do completely on their own without the CPU even telling them what to do. And there was, I think, one of the awards went to no CPU contribution. I forget the name. So that's pretty wild. yeah, soon we don't need CPUs, just custom chips and brain cells.
Okay, and AI, because everything needs AI.
No, absolutely not.
I know that's your rage button there, isn't it?
Yes, F that.
Yeah.
But looking at the screen, coming up is the business forum here at Revision. And while that is running, we will have some cat revenge by Skaven from Finland.
Here it comes.
Network. We love the demo scene.
The cats have been revenged?
No, they did the revenge. We are talking about cats. They always do revenge stuff. Yeah, you shouldn't trust them.
No, I agree. Do not trust them at all.
I like cats, but you don't, right?
No, not a particular fan, no. But that song is good, and Skaven is always great. He's from Finland. He works at Remedy, actually. The Remedy game company.
I think he was born the same year as I am.
Yeah, okay, so 1859.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
1842.
1842. And he one of those first soundtracks he made for a game called Death Rally. I think it was in 94. I'm checking the Retro Spirit here. That's retro.gg. Death Rally. Death Rally was 96 actually. The soundtrack there is kick-ass, and of course it is because it's made by Skaven.
Yeah, he also calls himself Skaven 232 in later songs.
252 or 232?
32.
Okay, so it changes, subtract the 20.
Yep. Okay.
Gotcha. Yes. Right now there's a business forum on the stage here at Revision 2026. Business forum is where the sponsors tells everybody about what they're doing, and if they have perhaps a interesting proposal where you could connect with them and see what they can do for you or you can do for them.
And now a word from our sponsors. Well, we don't have any, so no need for that.
That's not how we operate.
No.
But operation, there's. If I had to choose one word for the entire room here, it's either working, busy, or focused.
That over there looks like a Vectrex. Could it be? No, it is not. But it looked like that. They had some kind of graphics there that looks exactly like.
I see a screen in front of me, a CRT that's giving me rather epileptic attack here. It's I don't know what that is. It's showing some scrolling and zooming text in and out.
I think that's gonna be some of the demos tonight. I hope so. It looks really good. I love the demos like this.
I don't know if like some are really protective of their craft and they don't show anything. That's why they sit in the back. So nobody can see behind them.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the introvert part of the hall.
We talked to Spacey a couple of days back from New Zealand, and we asked him where to sit, and he suggested that, well, if you're an introvert and very protective of your craft, and if you're competing, then you want to sit all the way back so nobody can see over your shoulder.
It's a bit paranoid maybe as well, but nobody should see they should copy my nice work.
But looking at the if you go to twitch.tv/revision party, there you can see a live stream of the indoor venue and outdoor as well, because there's a large outdoor area where you can go and pick up some stuff.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea at all.
The food area, in case you need some grub
or some more beer
or fresh air.
So area, air. I said air.
fresh beer.
Fresh beer.
Fresh beer. Yeah. So. That is the status right now. Nothing is like really going on except for like the business forum. I think they're already done. I don't know. Perhaps. Oh, I think it's you go up to them. Actually, they're up front. They're not talking over the speakers.
Nope. That's good. I mean, we don't need more amplified noise. I'm just kidding.
Yeah. But it was that acid jazz, acid rave behind us has finally toned down. So now we can relax our ears.
Yeah, I don't know if my ears are broken or that they stop playing. either one could be true.
Yeah, I mean, when you're born in 1852, then your ears have heard quite a lot.
Absolutely.
Over the years. But I'll throw you a curveball again.
All right.
Because that's fun. These curveballs are songs that we played maybe yesterday, but I didn't hear them, and I want to hear them because I freaking handpicked them. So I want to hear them and
you're
make
still
sure.
mad about that, aren't you?
No, I just want to make sure.
Okay.
So we are, of course, going to the best game ever. Maybe Just Jackrabbit. It's from the first one. It's level 3, and this time it's Medievo by Robert A. Allen. And while you frantically search for the song, already done. Wow.
Yes.
And I'll throw you another curveball because we're gonna play 2 songs, and the next one after that is Elysium by Jester of Sanity. And this is a staple of the demo scene, I think, the bottom one there, yeah. So we get 2 kick-ass songs, the first one from Just Jackrabbit and then some Elysium magic.
Elysium, a favorite of mine, really a good Amiga thing.
And I just got a notification on my phone that my vacuum robot is stuck. And looking at the map, he's actually stuck under the kitchen for some reason, or behind some kitchen things.
Yeah, that's
on the floor.
Kind of how it ends, isn't it? I mean, those are not good. The robots, whatever, they just get stuck, they lose connection, they lose battery, they drive somewhere they shouldn't be, or they just shut down, or they get hacked or something.
It's been, of course, it has a famous statement. It has never happened before. That's pretty. But speaking of robots, we got a robot actually here at Revision as well.
Yeah, a big one, like those iBos, but this looks more like a Boston Dynamics one. It's four-legged and it has no head, and it
doesn't bark.
No, it doesn't bark, nor does it bite.
But it's a robot dog. It looks like those Boston Dynamics robots that you see on YouTube. It runs around and tries to avert danger. It was running behind us here yesterday.
I think it's spying on us.
Yes, or collecting data for its large language model. Or something.
We're teaching it how to do good radio. No, I'm just kidding.
But it was pretty big as well. It's like it has an imposing kind of impact when it runs about. But it uses cameras and stuff and tries to avoid running into things. And we saw him just run past here earlier.
Yeah, yesterday I saw him trying to traverse the steps down to the toilet. Actually, it was kind of good at it. It kind of got stuck twice, but it got down.
It got down the stairs?
Yeah, it totally did, and not falling down boom. No, actually, it was able to properly go down there.
And that stair is actually pretty steep. That's impressive.
When I was a kid, I learned about programming the way that they say, think about a robot. It walks perfectly fine, but it can't handle stairs because you need to program that specifically for the robot because that's another function. That's how I was taught that's how it works. But today it does not. Today it's actually better and better to kind of anticipate stuff, and it's also better to handle the situations without any extra coding.
And you know that for human people it's easier to go up than down, so I think it's the same for robots. I think when you can tilt the camera up and look up where you're going, but if you don't have a camera underneath the body, then you're looking into space or thin air, and you have to kind of tilt downwards to see where you're going.
Yeah,
right.
And the robot doesn't have any kind of sentience. It doesn't see the world like a human being would, which means you don't have any awareness about what you're supposed to do.
But also, of course, through learning and walking a lot of stairs, it figures out how to handle them. But that was, if it went down the stairs, that was pretty impressive because those stairs are pretty steep.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's cool because it's kind of where those robots fail generally. So we can see a new generation of stuff that's kind of able to do this.
So and robots. I mean, there are a lot of creative setups here, and of course a lot of old hardware. And people tinkering away at their either productions or just a demo or maybe just a hobby project that they're not submitting but just want to showcase. Whatever.
That's a possibility. You go to the biggest demo party and you make a super cool demo and then you keep it to yourself.
Yeah.
That's smart.
That was what Truck did. He said he never really released a demo until he did. And there was a website about him. Has Truck released a demo yet?
And eventually he did. But what was the reception? Was it any good?
Yeah, I think people were like, holy crap, it actually happened. Just like with the Back to the Future, are we in the future yet.com? Do you remember that?
No, not really, no.
That was a website where it ticked down to the date on the docs.
The second one,
Yeah, the docs the doctor's like display in the car said future, which was 2015 or something.
Yeah, in October I think it was, or November maybe. I don't remember.
So that was the future. So officially, DJ Daemon, we are in the future.
Yeah, a number of years ahead in the future even.
Yes. Now it's the post-modernistic future or whatever. Something there. But yes, we'll see if we can get somebody on to interview. We did a couple of interviews yesterday. Those were pretty well received, I think. Yep. So we'll see what we can dig up today. And while we dig up that, we are gonna dig up some more music. And instead of just saying it, we're just gonna play it. So enjoy the next song. Here we go.
Alright, that was EA, not Electronic Arts though. And the song, it's called, okay, thanks for skipping ahead here. It's called Revenge of the Autumn. E.
Have you seen the meme? Instead of EA and all that, it just replaced everything with E. So it's E.
It's like Garfield, you know, the webcomic or the comic without the cat. It's obviously very popular.
Yeah, I think that version was much better than the original. But
everything is better without Garfield. The only thing I can agree with him is like Mondays are not nice.
He loves lasagna, is it? Or pasta?
Yeah, lasagna is nice. Look at my body and you will see exactly what that leads to.
If you're on Discord, we have posted some links there to where you can check out more info of what we are, of course, playing, but also just keep up to speed on everything that's happening here from Revision 2026. And of course, there's the revision-party.net if you want to see the timetable and the stream and all that thingamajig. And I'll fire up the stream here in a little while. Okay, so I have the Twitch stream on my screen here, and right now it actually shows. Let's see, it shows the outdoor area, and the theme this year. What is it, DJ Daemon?
The theme is, what is it? I can't remember. It's something like
it's the power within.
Power within. It was something like within, but I really couldn't remember that.
Revision is making a statement against, of course, all the large corporations eating up everything that's hardware related for their evil gains, and we're fighting against that idiocy.
Yeah, I totally get it. That's your soapbox.
So and of course the beam slides, which is like the graphics around the event, is Evil Bot has made his reappearance, and he is back in full force this year. So a lot of computer related, like blips and blops and old hardware monitoring what's going on at Revision. And yeah, looking at right now, there's a live feed from inside the venue. Seems like it's focused up on stage, and it's swirling around. You see it, DJ Daemon?
I can see it, absolutely.
So let's see if it swirls around to us, and perhaps we can wave. Right now it's pointing to the left. If it could point down and to the right, that would be great.
You think somebody's listening to us from upside there?
Yeah, they're always listening.
Yeah, I know.
But that's a bit further up. But if we can wave, we have next to us we have a guy from Germany who has set up a LED cube that he has programmed and made himself. Oh, we're swirling back now. Let's see if we can wave and see ourselves on screen. On stream, it's swirling back now to the right side, and if you raise your hand, DJ Daemon, perhaps we can see ourselves as we wave. We're looking for that cube of his. There's the cube, and if you see it, yeah, I'm to the left there on the picture.
Can you see me, Mom?
Can you see me? There, it quickly passed by, but that was the area we were sitting. So. To the left-ish of the current stream. You can see that for yourself on twitch.tv/revisionparty. And right now it's focusing on the main Orga's balcony. There are 4 of them sitting, keeping a watchful eye over everything that's going on and making sure that stuff runs smoothly.
Seems good.
It's coming back again. Let's see if we can get a second 15 minutes of fame. I don't know.
15 seconds of fame.
15 seconds of fame, yeah.
And you can see the back of our heads. That's very, very nice.
No, you can actually see, if it turns more, you can see the front of us.
Oh, okay. That's not so good.
If you're looking up, I think it's one of the cameras up there.
Okay.
It's a bit hard because it's dark. It's not that dark in here as it looks on stream, but yeah, okay, it has switched now. So if you look on the stream, we are on the 1, 2, 3. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5th table from the bottom on the right side, and there's a cube there that rotates, a LED cube, a small cube, and we are sitting just to the right of there. Oh, and the stream now shows our favorite friend.
The dog.
The robot dog is running around with a box on top of him. I'm not sure what he's...
I think he's trying to hide under it.
I don't know what he's all about. He's perhaps collecting. Oh, no, will he attempt to go down the curb, or has he stopped?
Yeah, it seems so.
It seems like he has a camera in front, so he can see downwards much more easily. So this dog knows how to traverse both up and down and avert danger, which is good.
It's good.
And a lot of people are standing around taking pictures of the dog, which has a box on him. Oh, Oh, and he jumped off. He actually jumped off stage, and now he's very calculated, running off into the night, into somewhere else, to check out what's going on there. Yeah, the dog is. I don't know. It has a mind of its own. Is it being controlled, or is it controlling someone? Who knows?
Something like that.
It's coming back, so perhaps we will get a second showing of him here. But yeah, that's our robot dog. Do you have a nickname for him?
I don't know. I think like Fidonet. He should be known as Fidonet.
Fidonet.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. He's pretty agile. He's walking up those stairs like no tomorrow. That's pretty cool.
Absolutely, that's not bad.
Making sure that the evil overlords are represented here by their robot, and he's jumping agilely from step to step, showing off for the fans at the venue, and becoming right now the center of attention on the main screen stream over at twitch.tv/Revision Party. What's the time schedule for what's coming up like later on today, DJ Daemon?
Oh, you say that when I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I think next up is the ASCII, ANSI and PETSCI thing, and that would be 5 p.m. here, Central European time.
Yeah, well, I think you're jumping a bit ahead, because I think...
Possible.
Because the next big thing is... let's see, there's behind the scenes Beam Team tour at 4.
Yeah.
And then some lightning talks which has intro to PC intro coding. And then the Shader Showdown finals at 5.
That seems like we have a really good tight schedule ahead of us.
Yes, we do. And then it goes back to back with kick-ass content. And yeah, we'll keep you posted as things evolve here. And why not... let's see. I'm pointing at the screen. Is it this one? That's the next one? DJ Daemon?
Yeah, the big one.
Oh, the big one. Okay, the big one. I'll just always watch for that.
And what you should do... Okay, sorry. A little bit technology here. If you can see the check mark, that's played. The first one... that
the first circle?
Yeah, cross circle means it's next.
Aha. Okay. Well, here we go.
Yeah, that's quite a song. It's okay, it had to do that as well. Of course it did. It's Mind CM and Climbing. So we got more music, a favorite one, something that came out pretty well recently. It's Dr. Future and Plastic Pops. Plastic Kills. What does it say? Plastic Kills Life Mix. So what's happening right now? Not that much. The slideshow is on and showing what's coming up next and some information about down parties that we are waiting for. Looking around, we also see a lot of interesting things going on. People working on productions that will be run later today, I would guess. Yeah, some really cool demos. It's like having a sneak preview or something. Well, that's the whole thing. You're tuned to ericade.radio and we'll keep broadcasting until 5 o'clock today. Yeah, you heard this song on the podcast. Flashback tracks from the past. You know the one that's called The Road to Saarbrücken. Saarbrücken. I will continue saying that the wrong way so much. I'm sorry if you live in Germany. I'm not good with the language. And when you walk around here in Germany, people talking English, well, it's not uncommon per se, but you kind go into your favorite Uber and they barely speak English. And sometimes in some place they speak a little, and some of them are really quite good at it. So it's like if you go to Scandinavia, like Sweden or Norway, everybody pretty much knows how to speak English. It's because we were taught that in our schools back in the day, and it has been like that for many years. So if you are not if you're traveling around in Europe, you should know that Central Europe is generally not as good as Scandinavia to talk English. But also you have to contend with most of us Scandinavians sound like this Swedish chef, you know, Swinglish. Bork bork, people!
Radio Network. With music from the Revision, Edison, and Shadow demo parties.
Yeah, we got a lot of interesting music from a lot of demo parties during the last, 5 to 6 years. Because we started broadcasting in 2020 after the corona made me work from home and I needed some kind of hobby, so radio is cool. I done that a number of years. What you just heard was Human to Aurora, an Amiga mod by Horace Wimp, a really cool one. A little bit like fantasy themed, if you ask me. So, what's going on Revision right now? Well, we are waiting for the next big thing, which Coreus told us will start in 10 minutes from now. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Looking around here, yeah, well, people are doing all kinds of creative stuff, preparing, as I said, for the next big demo, compo, or something like that. And remember that you should register on the Revision web page. You need a ticket to do so, but then you can actually vote in the competitions, and vote you should. It's really good if you could. Going on with the River and Bunny Hop Back. the bunny hopped back, obviously, and that was River, artist.
It hopped back and forth.
Yep, they
and
do that.
And we're hopping back and forth between songs that we have not played and have played a bit today.
Yeah.
Since some of the songs are, yesterday we had a lot of different things you had to sort out, and I've thrown you a couple of curveballs, and I'm gonna throw you another one here now. We played some from Jazz Jackrabbit, which was also yesterday, and now I want to hear a good one from our Swedish friend, and K-Light and Romeo Night. So the Swedish friend is Firefox with Fall From Sky. Let's see how fast DJ Daemon can search the database here for the song, and taking the time here. It's 3, 2. Oh, it's already on. So yep, and in a little while we'll have an interview with one of the partygoers here. So that would be very cool. Looking forward to it.
Yep. Ah yes, Firefox and some friends. That's how good it can be when sceners meet up. And the song was, as I said, Fall from Sky. Arcade.radio, and we are gearing up for an interview with a scener here. We are preparing it, so you have to wait a few minutes before that happens. And as we said, the next cool stuff is about to happen here on Revision. We talk more about it as it's going on. And the big switch back to the whole demo scene part and stuff, that happens in an hour from now. That would be at 5 p.m. here on Revision. So we're going on with some music, and it's time for, that would be an unknown artist, and we know this one. It's Dragon's Lair. Just kidding. It's actually Saga Musics and Steel Chambers. Saga Musics. That was, of course, Steel Chambers. So I kinda labeled the whole thing. But next up is actually Dragon Slayer by an unknown artist. We played it a few days ago, so it's nothing special.
Oh, nothing special. This song is very special.
It is?
Oh yes, this song is kick-ass.
Yeah.
It's worth looping at least 10 times, but we're
okay,
just
so
gonna play once.
Here it comes 10 times.
All right, well, we'll see.
arcade.radio. From a demo party, live with your hosts, DJ Daemon and Coreus.
Hey, Grey, there we are, Grey Lag Runners by Rapture. And the music, of course, great timing behind us here. We're live from Revision 2026 here in Saarbrücken, Germany. And our next guest here at the desk is actually one of the nice people sitting close by to us. It's namely Oil Heap. Welcome.
Hey, how's it going?
How are you finding Revision so far?
Oh, it's amazing, absolutely. First time here, and I'm totally blown away.
Oh, so you haven't been to Revision before?
No, not yet. I've watched the streams and the YouTube recordings of it in the past, but I've never been to this part of Germany, so first time for me.
But you are a German.
I am German. I am from Cologne, the area. I've been to Evoke before, but never been to Saarbrücken or Revision.
Yeah, we as well. We've never been. We've covered demo parties around in Sweden and Scandinavia, but never in Germany. So we thought we would go to the biggest one of them all here in Germany, and here we are. I think we should start with just go back a bit. Like, how did you get into the scene, and when did you start?
Yeah, good question. As I've mentioned, I've picked it up on YouTube. I've been interested in games, computer graphics, from a young age. Never really done much with it. Doing a bit of content creation, maybe making a map or a mod for a video game.
Yeah.
Then exploring some of these concepts, maybe writing a shader here and there, and looking at what other very cool things and creative things people do and work within some very hard constraints of some machines or platforms, and that always intrigued me, and I wanted to check it out in person, and maybe also find some inspiration to create something in the future.
And have you found some inspiration here?
Yeah, for sure. I'll add it to my long list of projects to maybe do someday.
The Doom backlog, as they call it, where you just have a lot of projects that you never get to finish. You started back when you were a kid. That's 80s, 90s, 2000s? Or?
That's early 2000s.
Early 2000s,
doing
right.
a bit of maybe not the classical home computer scene. It was a bit different, but like some developers they shipped an SDK with their games, and we toyed around with that. We had like our little group of friends at school that was for some of the more some of these early, very trashy 2000 shooters that had 50 or 100 players. And we were kind of the one community that was generating content for it, because nobody else cared, but we had the SDK. And
what games did you create stuff for?
It was like Chaser.
Oh, Chaser!
Do you remember that game?
Yeah, I played it. It's a German game, or is it a Swiss game?
I think they're from Slovakia.
It was. I remember it was janky but charming.
Yeah, and it had the SDK or map editor, which was a really.
Chaser.
Let me look. Yeah, I think it was some small studio from Bratislava. They don't exist anymore.
No.
But yeah, we had a fun time making maps and then trying them out on LAN parties back in the day.
Chaser. Let's see, what's the tagline? Fight your way through hell.
It's one of those, forgettable 2000 shooters, but that has been really impactful in getting me into computer graphics.
You're right. It was Bratislava. It was developed by Cauldron HQ, looking at and then acquired by Bohemia Interactive later on. I remember that game. I actually remember at the student village where I was living, a guy was playing it next door. I was like,
oh, nice.
what is that game? And it's like, nah, it's a just a shooter.
Yeah.
And I recall it being somewhat difficult, but like it had a jank in a way. That was cool, but still. So of course we need to ask you your first computer. What was it?
Probably some, handed down things from my parents. I don't know.
Compact Presario 486?
Yeah, some
Pentium 2s?
Yeah, like 386, something like that.
Yeah.
Playing, Microsoft Flight Simulator on it, something like that. And I remember it had a really bad screen that the longer you ran it, the more blurry it would get. So I could only use it for like an hour at a time or something like that.
You had to only pick the short flight routes.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you've from what I gather, you work as a computer engineer, so you like programming, obviously, so much that you brought your own kind of thingamajig to the party. I'm actually looking at it right now to my left here. Tell us, what is this thing actually?
Yeah. So this is a cube of LEDs. I saw earlier it has been really helpful for locating yourself and locating us in the big hall, because it's very visible on camera and on the live stream. Somebody handed it started like this again. Somebody handed me down their old 3D printer, and I thought, let's maybe learn a bit of CAD and build a cube and put this LED string into it.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, we can light it up, but what if I run some pattern and I film it, and I can somehow use maths to resolve the positions and then run volumetric animations in it?
Yeah.
And so that's what it's doing. It's a bit like almost a bit like writing a shader. So we have a program.
Tell us a bit about the hardware that's running this thing.
Yeah. So this is a very standard hardware from AliExpress. It's like an ESP32, and it's driving this. I think it's 7080 LED string. It's like a fairy light string. It has a bunch of addressable LEDs, and
it runs MicroPython.
It used to run MicroPython, and over the course of revision, I ported this to Rust. So now it's much cooler, much faster, but looks exactly the same, other than a few glitches. So I haven't.
Yeah. It's a cube. It's like connected with 3D printed parts, right?
Yeah. It's a 3D printed parts, and it's like, I don't know, like
it's like a hollow standard cube from Blender or any 3D program.
Absolutely, yeah.
And then you have wires going through like insets on each of the walls, kind of, or the edges. And you told me a fascinating thing about like how you figure out which LED it is, because like it's when you put it together, all the LEDs are just a long strip, right?
Yeah.
It's not connected or fixed in a certain position, and then you just roll it around in whatever pattern you feel like, and then you have to figure out what LED is where. Tell us about how that stuff works, because that was fascinating.
Yeah. So I have a special mode where it displays like a calibration pattern, and it's, I think, a sequence of 7 or 8 frames where each LED will kind of pulse out its ID or position in the string, kind of.
Yeah.
So it has like 3 colors, red, green, blue. So you have base 3. You can represent 3 digits in each frame.
Yeah.
And then you film that with my smartphone from. I don't know.
Actually take pictures or film it?
I film it so I can get the. You could take pictures. It would take a bit longer. But I film it from a bunch of different perspectives, extract all the frames, try to determine the colors again, which is, getting the exposure right. If you've ever done photography, especially
photogrammetry, I know
of lights, it can be tricky. And then do a bunch of maths trick and try to solve the position in space from this.
So how much video footage do you need? How many frames do you need to solve? This cube is small. You also have a larger one, but for this small one, how much video footage do you need?
I took like maybe, let's say 6-7 different perspectives. You can probably do it with less, but sometimes detection will not work out, something will be occluded, the colors exposure will be off, so it's better to have too much data. I don't know, it took me about 15 minutes. I went to like a room next door that had a bit of a
brightly lit or evenly lit area.
More evenly lit environment, not the craziness of the
darkness in here
of the main EVAC hall. No, but yeah, I did that yesterday early in the day, and it worked out. It's not perfect, for sure, but yeah, with the content you cannot tell it. It
looks awesome. It's pulsing or waving different colors here in 3D space, and you told me that it's actually it is projecting a figure. It might be hard to tell from just a few LEDs that you have here.
Yeah, no, this is it's very simple. This is just a plane that is rotating randomly around two axes, and then we are kind of visualizing that the one side of the plane is colored. You see it. It's brightly lit up, changing the color all the time, and the other side is just black, so the LEDs are turned off, and this produces a really nice effect.
Yeah. And I challenged you yesterday because I wanted, when you started, it was very epileptic inducing. It was really bright and blinking all the time. So I asked you if you can make it really smooth, wavy, and yes, you have.
Yeah, thanks. It's still a work in progress, and we'll see. Maybe we'll have some more happy accidents and figure out some cool new content.
So you're planning on updating it more?
Yeah, for sure. Like.
You should have, if I can give a suggestion,
Absolutely.
like if it pulsates from the inside, so it like goes. So if you imagine a 2D circle, then it kind of like the inner circle, and then it pulsates the circle that's wider in diameter, and so on.
Okay.
And then so it kind of like pulses outwards or inwards. That would be very cool.
Let's try it out. maybe later tonight we can have it ready.
and that's the spirit of Revision. Like people are just and the demo scene in general, people are just creating the most fantastic things and having this creative energy, and everything is kind of sometimes made up on the spot, often made up on the spot. How long did this thing take to make?
I think printing time is a day or two, maybe.
Yeah.
And I mean, this has been through many iterations. I think writing the software that took a weekend to get the first prototype working, and then refinement over many weeks.
So this cube is, let's say, about 15-20 centimeters by 15-20 centimeters every direction, XYZ?
Something like that, yeah.
But you have a larger one as well.
Yeah, correct. So this is actually the prototype, and I built a large one. So when I knew this was working from a mechanical, electrical, and software point, I decided to build a big one where I ordered some.
And how big is that?
That is, so the sides are 1 meter long, and I made them out of like carbon fiber tube that I ordered from China. Yeah.
And people, where can people go and check out this stuff if they want to? Because you have a repository on GitHub.
Yeah,
right?
It's on GitHub, and the Cube project. If you go to emergent-order.de, there you can find all the details and all the software from the big cube.
It was emergent.
Emergent-order.de.
Right.
Let's see if it. Checking a screen.
See, emergent order. No, that's someone else. I just googled
I don't know
GitHub.
if Google is.
But we'll let's see. That's the same. But you said emergentorder.de, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
You just put that in as a domain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that looks as a nice WebGL animation.
And then there's
a GitHub link, and there's also some authoring tool where you can play around with it.
Very cool. Point clouds.
It's basically shader toy for point clouds. Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. That's very cool. We'll have a little music break, and then we'll come back and talk more with you, Oil Heap. And Yeah, DJ Daemon, looking at the playlist, what do you have for us?
We got something really nice here. Let me see where we are on this list. We are next coming up with the Bonefish and Joss and Mug. That is quite a combination. The song is called Dan Dan Da Da.
Dan Dan Dada by Bonefish, Joss and Mug, and it was released at GERP 2024. It placed actually first in the Amiga 4-channel competition. Before the break, we were talking to Oilheap. We are still talking to him. Thank you very much for being here and, of course, talking to us. So before the break, we talked about your fantastic 3D cube with LEDs. And, of course, there's a lot of people here at Revision creating stuff of all kinds. There's a robot dog running around. There are LED strips, and there are just crazy productions and pixel art and everything. So there's a lot of things to see. And in that regard, what do you look forward to at Revision this year? Anything that you like, favorite compo or other things that you look forward to?
Yeah, I think the main compo block. I mean, we've seen some good stuff so far. The shader showdown, like qualifier or quarters yesterday evening. Looking forward to getting some of the first compos running on the big screen in the big hall. So far, I've only seen them on the internet, and I'm really excited to experience that in person.
You were here yesterday as well, sitting next to us. We were enjoying the shader showdown qualifications.
Absolutely, yeah.
And that final is beginning in half an hour or so on the big screen.
Yeah.
With Dr. Floppin and Cortex.
Newson?
And there was one more that I forget, but. There were some awesome things on display, and I'm really looking forward to today. What have you seen so far? Like, do you have any favorites of stuff that has been shown? Were you here at the tracked music compo, which was at like 12 today?
No, I was not. Sadly, I was recovering from last night, doing a bit of running some errands, doing a bit of shopping.
Yeah.
No, not. Haven't seen that one. I'm just excited to see, as you mentioned, all the hardware and gear people brought. It's so very diverse. A lot of old systems that probably. Way older than myself. Very very obscure stuff that they have, but then people have modded it, made it their own, created custom cases, stuff like that. And everyone's really nice about it. And if you ask them, they will explain a lot and tell you all the interesting stuff and all the quirks about it.
Because people are so passionate about their craft here, and they're more than happy to share and give insight into what the heck they're working on, like yourself, and that's just fantastic. I really like and appreciate that. Today is a heavy hitter day in terms of demo scene events. The modern graphics, the Amiga intros, the old school demos, all of that is happening. Let's see, it's happening. Old school demo, 3D graphics, and Amiga intros. All that is happening from like 6 and then outwards. So this will be definitely a time. Perhaps we'll talk to you later and hear. Perhaps you have more like new favorites or things that you have seen.
I'm sure I can. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm sure I can report back and tell you something new.
Be our reporter in the field. Have you met anyone that you've talked to only digitally before, but now met in real life here in Revision or other parties?
Digitally, no, but I've met some people, talked to them, and then realized, oh yeah, we actually live quite close by, or you organize a demo party that is just a few towns away, and I've never heard about it. And a lot of these nice coincidences. Also meeting or seeing a lot of people that are that I know from other non-demo scene parties or conferences, related to computers and technology. It's some people they're just familiar faces, and it's like, oh yeah.
I know you from that other place.
Absolutely, it's like, oh yeah, I guess you're also in this scene, and that's great. Yeah.
It's very fun to see. Here's almost a philosophical question, but I think it's an interesting one. In your mind, what do you think makes so many people take their Easter holiday off, travel hundreds, if not thousands of miles to go to a remote place in Germany to take part in this digital arts festival?
Wow, that's indeed a very philosophical question. I think there's a big sense of community. I see we had the awards yesterday evening. Lots of groups that have been working together for a long time, and I guess especially if you're collaborating remotely, I know this from other conferences. It's not so much for the conference, but I guess to meet the people, to share some good time, and then also see what other other people are working on, because there's so many people doing so many cool things, and get some inspiration, get a beer together with some folks, and share the creativity.
The demo scene is one of the most inclusive communities I've talked to or been to, and that's like it contradicts kind of like the vibe you got from how it was back in the 80s and 90s. It was very competitive, and there was this DJ Daemon, you know more about this, the lamers and all that.
Yes, absolutely. It was kind of like if you weren't cool, you were a lamer, and the lamer was kind of like the noob of its day, if you remember.
Yeah, so people were very protective of their stuff, and like hardcore competition, and almost like there was a certain threshold you had to pass in order to be included.
But you have to understand, people were younger back then, so it wasn't kind of today people are like in their 30s, 40s or 50s, and you know how that works. You kind of calm down, you mellow down a bit, and you're nicer altogether. It's just having fun is the important
main
thing
driver.
Yeah, I think so.
So that's one thing I've been wondering about yesterday at night when I took the shuttle bus back to the hotel.
Yeah.
I had some people at the bus stop talking. Yeah, back in the day, we used to we were at like some classroom in Sweden on cold concrete, or sleeping under the desk next to my computer so it doesn't get stolen the first few years. And I thought, this is. I wonder if, this is my first time being at Revision, if I want to have the proper experience, should I be taking the shuttle bus back to my cozy hotel in the city, or should I, maybe be sleeping, with you guys here under the radio table and being very uncomfortable? Maybe that is the more authentic experience. But then again, I have a hotel.
Yeah, so do we. So I guess it's it's welcome when you've done it a number of times. So now I think most people actually do go to some kind of hotel or hostel or something, right?
Yeah, we talked to Spacey some days ago, a very nice guy, and he mentioned that he was at a hotel that was very like demo party focused. There was a lot of people from the demo scene, and he said, no, I'm not going back there anymore, because there was just too much like condensed demo scene stuff happening, and it was just too. When you come from a demo scene party and you go back and want to kind of like unwind and relax, and it's still going on at like 150% or 150 kilometers an hour speed, then that was a bit too much. But it depends on your age, I guess. Also, like if you want the authentic experience, people are sleeping over here. So you can actually do that.
Maybe if I were a bit younger, I would also do that. But I think that
I think just like times change and times advance, and having a good night's sleep is important, just to enjoy everything, and people not being completely exhausted all the time. That's I think that's a benefit. But each to their own, I guess. Let's see. Have you gone to other demo parties this year, or do you plan to?
This year, no. I've been to Evoke last year, because it's really, really close by to where I live. And one of these things, I was talking to some people, and they were like, why don't you go to Evoke? It's so close by. And it's like, oh, wow, I didn't even know that existed. Of course, let's go. Of course, different setting. It's in summer. It's a bit more, I would say, a bit more sweaty, a bit more crowded in this climbing gym. But
not as nicely ventilated as it is here.
No. But
do you have any plans?
This year. No, not so far. We'll see what develops. Probably will go to Evoke again just because of the logistics. It's really close to me. I realized there's also some, as I mentioned, there's some demo parties still happening in like little villages close to where I live. But I have to put them in my calendar and make sure not to miss them, because otherwise I will not know that they're going on.
Have you? Do you have any hopes? Do you have any heroes or people you look up to in the demo scene that you hope to meet here or see?
I don't know if they're here, but I really enjoyed the demos. Back in the day, a few years ago, by Logicoma, and they also did some. I think it was even before the pandemic. They did some cool live streams where they really showed how they built a lot of these things and. Covered very like the basic concepts of how that works. That has been really, I think, good educational content to get some technical insights. So that's certainly one of the groups that, if they're here, I'd like to maybe share a beer with them or say hello. I don't know if they are though.
No, I mean, you can, I don't know either, but you can check on revision-party.net. There's a sign-up page which shows, I guess, not all of them, but it shows many at least of who is coming. So
I hadn't considered that. Yeah, that's a good hint. Yeah.
Looking at the visitors list, there are currently, at least for those who have registered, 587 people. And you said... What did you say again?
What's the Logicoma group there?
Logic. Let's try with Logi.
Logi, yeah. It's a group name.
Let's see. Actually, I see. There's Pretzel Logic, and there's. No, I don't see anything from that at the moment. I also clicked wrong, so now I have submitted Logi from Germany. I thought it was a search field. So now we have one more visitor. If you see on the visitors list and you see Logi, well, that's not a real person. But yes, let's see. We are gonna wrap up the interview here. We often, or we always ask people that are generous to talk to us of if you have a favorite tune you want to hear. And this time we got the question turned back to us of can you help me? I don't know, or can't come up with a tune right now, and of course we can. So I've chosen a pretty nice one from the Belgium duo of Serror, and what's the other guy called, DJ Daemon?
Silo,
yeah. They are a Belgian duo, and here's Fleur Colores. And thank you so much for the interview, and enjoy Revision 2026. Thanks.
from a demo party, live with your hosts, DJ Daemon and Coreus.
Yes, that was that interview, and it's time to start wrapping up stuff, right?
Yeah, we are soon coming to and for the broadcast here, they are preparing on the big screen for the Shader Showdown finals that will start at 5. Usually they don't start on time. There's always some postponed stuff, but we'll see if that happens on time or not. Thanks so much to Oil Heap for talking to us. Very cool to get a feeling of who's here, what they're doing, and what drives them to come back.
Yeah, absolutely. We have had like 4 or 3 different sceners talking. So if you want to be interviewed here, you can always send an email to radio@arcade.net.
Or if you're... Yeah, sorry?
No, if you're here, what do you do?
Yeah, or if you're here, you can just come talk to us. We are the people sitting next to the newcomer sign. You can identify us by, of course, that glowing cube that we have been talking about, but
not talking to.
Might be talking to it later. Depends on how out of it we get. No, but we are the people with microphones, and you have some what's it called? Mixer desk.
Yeah, recording desk. It looks like a Christmas tree.
So it's kind of easy to identify us. Find us, yeah. We will still be on a little bit more, and I think we need some more Alex. Now I'm gonna throw another curveball at you.
Okay.
Because why not? We are gonna throw the curveball of Waterworld Dolphin Kingdom by Cyborg Jeff.
That's the one. Yeah, it's a good
actually remix, or actually it's inspired by the Super Nintendo game Waterworld, which had a much better soundtrack than it ever had reason to be. The game itself sucks, but the soundtrack is fantastic, and Cyborg Jeff has done his interpretation of one of the songs from that game, and it's called Dolphin Kingdom. So soothing there by Cyborg Jeff. That's not the name of the song, that's Dolphin Kingdom from the game Waterworld, but the song is so soothing and so smooth.
Yeah, we are almost falling asleep here.
So the shader showdown is about to begin in like 1 minute. We'll have to see if that holds true or not. Meanwhile, the main screen is running ads.
Yeah, they're always a little bit late when it comes to those things, so we can't count on it. But as soon as they start, I think we pack up our stuff for today.
Looking at the stage, there are 3 contestants checking their hardware and making sure that the keyboards and screen work, because keyboard is the main weapon of a shader programmer.
Yeah, and the brain. It's good to be smart, I guess.
I think it was BTR yesterday. He's from Germany. He was complaining that he had a lot of problems typing because or perhaps he was not from Germany. No, he was not, but I think he had a German keyboard, and that was the problem. So a lot of the things he was typing, the keys were placed wrong.
Yeah, okay, the keys were... That's the problem, yeah, okay.
So instead of a parentheses, you got an umlaut or something like that.
Yeah, I actually saw a Chinese woman on the train many years ago. She had a portable computer. During the time, that was kind of uncommon. And I couldn't see what the heck she was writing. It was like signs, Chinese signs on all keys.
Yeah, of course. That's if you haven't seen a Chinese computer I'm actually going to look that up, because Chinese laptop is laptop keyboard. I think they are actually. They have multi.
Yeah.
Here, so you have the general alphabet, but also the Chinese keys next to them. So it looks very busy from first look, but yeah. And very busy it is here at Revision 2026, from the E-Werk in Saarbrücken, Germany.
Yes, absolutely. I mean, most people are here. They haven't dropped off or something.
And today is one of the main days where the big heavy hitter combos are happening. There's a local stream now for all of us here. Says EvilBot on the main screen there. If you want to follow the stream from here instead of going to Twitch. And you can also download releases from the FTP server at the
demoparty. What was it?
FTP demoparty.net or something.
Yeah, something like that.
So that will you're gonna download some releases from there for your next hit list.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. That's gonna be so nice.
That's I heard a couple of ones earlier from the Tracked compo. That was really looking forward to hear them again, because they sounded awesome.
Absolutely, no doubt.
So there will be
coming up Shader Showdown 2026 final.
And actually, let me have a look at the. Let's see. There is. You can actually go and vote now for the tracked music thingamajig. So you should do that, and you can also vote for game apparently.
I think the track music you can't vote for, can you?
The track music competition has
but that was earlier today.
Yeah, but they don't have the you can vote. The awards isn't until Monday, I think.
Yes.
So you can vote all the way through. But yeah. So there were 15-16 songs in the tracked music compo, and you can also vote for best game. There are, let's see, 4 or 5 games in that compo. So if you have, if you either on location.
Whoa! Okay.
There is a confetti popped here behind us.
Nobody's shooting. And calm down.
Arcade was, or DJ Daemon was really scared there a moment.
Yeah.
That's now you're awake. If you were falling asleep, now you're awake, mister.
Yeah. Sure.
So yeah.
Rub it in.
But if you have a ticket, either remote scener or are here in person, then you can go to Revision Dash Party and vote for the contributions or the entries there. And we'll soon wrap up as soon as they begin the shader showdown. But why not have some more Alexander Brandon? I think that's my next curveball.
Okay.
Well, you have it here. I want the
Foundry.
I want the Unreal Tournament menu music.
That's a title, right? No, menu. That's
Unreal. Also, Alexander Brandon. He made music for Deus Ex, Unreal, and of course Jazz Jackrabbit. But Unreal Tournament was one of the best multiplayer games back when I was in college. We played a butt ton of that on the local computer room at school. So this one brings back a lot of memories. Let's go.
Radio Network. We are for the demo scene.
But we are leaving for now. So you see the whole shader thing is ongoing right now.
Behind us, the shader showdown finals have started. France, it's France versus France versus France in total world domination. On screen, they have 25 minutes until before the competition ends. They have to make something really cool. And there are already circles and geometry figures on screen happening, and they start with a preset, so it's not an entirely black screen. Some evil bot or computers are just like continuously looping until they change or remove that setup altogether. But this is our cue to go back to regular programming for today. But we'll be back tomorrow. We'll post info on when that is. over at arcade.radio/discord.
No, that we can do, but also arcade.radio/revision.
Oh, yes, okay, yes. Both work, I think.
Well, see you, or rather hear you tomorrow.
Yeah, thanks for listening, and then enjoy the rest of Revision over at twitch.tv/revisionparty.
The Arcade Radio Network. We love the demo scene.